Growing up, you go through many stages of life, different age groups. In my mind, you start off as a baby. Once you turn 2, you are a toddler. At the age of 5, you are a kid. Once 11, you are a preteen. At 13, you are a teenager. At 18, you are an adult. At 40, you are middle-aged. And at 50, you are a senior. Then you die. But not everybody agrees with that timeline, and a recent argument revealed that teenage and adult years get especially messy. The person who I got in an argument with claimed that you are a teenager from years 13 to 19. They also claimed that regardless of law, they would consider an adult to be somebody around 21 or older. This raises a few questions that I will try to answer in this video. At what age are you an adult? When do you stop being a teenager? What are you at age 20? Can teenage and adult years overlap? I'll discuss all that in a moment, but first I would like to take a moment to look at how age works in fiction. In Harry Potter, for example, if you are a wizard, then you are legally an adult at age 17. That's when you can cast spells and whatnot outside of school. However, according to some dialogue from the Dursleys, the legal age for muggles is 18. In Steven Universe, while the legal age is presumably 18, Steven is seen living as an adult at age 16, arguably even younger if you look at his childhood. In She-Ra, you take up adult responsibilities once you become the queen, leading to situations like Glimmer presumably being an adult around age 17. In Lumberjanes, there is a summer camp for teenagers, however, it also includes Ripley, who is 12. In Riverdale, all the teen characters are ages 15, 16, and 17. Notably, in most of these examples, the common adult age is 18, occasionally 17 in more specific cases. Teenagers are typically ages 13 through 17, occasionally with the bar going a bit lower to include Ripley or to exclude Harry. But for the most part, these fictional definitions of age are closely matched to my claims. But what about the real world? Let's talk about when you're legally an adult. The legal adult age varies from country to country. However, in the USA, along with lots of other countries, the legal adult age is 18. It is important to note that in some countries, like Argentina, Cameroon, and Swaziland, sorry if I butchered those names, the legal age is 21. In Mali, the legal age is 21 for males and 18 for females. All of this is going off of a 2012 document, so I'm not sure if these are still accurate. However, according to this document, interesting, the legal age in Albania is 14. Anyways, for the sake of this video, I will be going off of the legal age in the USA, which is 18, except for in a few states. The legal age is 18 years. What do you gain when you turn 18? What can you do that you can't do at age 17? In the USA, once you turn 18, you can vote, join the military, get piercings and tattoos, enter adult-only stores, and much more. The two I want to point out are the military and adult-only stores. The adult-only one is pretty straightforward. It's literally called an adult-only store, and you can't go into it legally until 18. The more interesting one is the military. Legally, teenagers are still technically kids, and having child soldiers is a war crime. So, if an 18-year-old were still classified as a teenager and not an adult, then them fighting in the military would be considered a war crime. It's not because they are, by law, adults. Moving on, what do you gain when you turn 21? While in some states there is more, for the most part, the only thing that you can legally do in the USA that you couldn't prior to 21 years is legally drinking alcohol. And in a lot of other countries, that won't even matter because in many other places, the legal drinking age is around 18. What sounds like more of a change to an adult? All the things you gain at 18 or being able to legally drink alcohol in the USA. In my opinion, and according to the law, you are an adult at 18. If you're in Argentina, then sure, you're an adult at 21, but in most countries you are legally an adult at 18. So that's what we'll consider an adult. Let me quickly address the elephant in the room, the names of the numbers. By this logic, it would be obvious that the teen years are the numbers that end with the suffix teen. If that's how we are to classify a teenager, then the age range would be 13 to 19. However, this gets a little messy when you think about three things: suffixes, legal adult age, and war crimes. If we are to base age groups on the suffixes of numbers, then you quickly realize that it only applies to teenagers, and doesn't work when you try to apply it to other age groups. If 50 is a senior, then why isn't it called fifth year? Furthermore, we must keep in mind the fact that 18 is when you become an adult. 18 also has the teen suffix, but more on that later. Also, if you consider 18 and 19-year-olds to be teenagers, then logically throwing them into the military would be a war crime. But it's not, because they're adults. So, legally speaking, you stop being a teenager at 18. But if we're really trying to stick to this whole suffix thing, that begs the question: can you be a teenager and an adult at the same time? And what are the implications of that? Can you be an adult and a teenager at the same time? Legally, no. Point proven. However, according to this suffix theory, that's what I'm calling it from now on, then the answer is yes. According to the suffix theory, you can be in two age groups at the same time. But then does that mean you can be an adult and a baby at the same time? While certain corners of the internet would say yes, logically and legally, the answer is no. So what makes the ages 18 and 19 so special? Because this part of the suffix theory doesn't work when applied to other age groups. So logically speaking, you can't be an adult and a teenager at the same time. It just doesn't make sense. It's a contradiction. Moving on, if you still want to stick to the suffix theory, which entails that 13 through 19 is a teenager and 21 is an adult, what are you at 20? Going off of the same document from earlier, in countries such as Japan, Morocco, and South Korea, 20 is when you legally become an adult. In most countries, including the USA, you would already be an adult by the time you turn 20, so nothing would change. So the logical answer is that in most countries, you would be an adult. However, let's move back to the suffix theory. If you are a teen from 13 to 19 and an adult at 21, what about 20? Logically, shouldn't an adult be 20 according to this theory? I mean, it doesn't have the phrase teen in it, so wouldn't they no longer be a teenager? Do you just not have an age classification at 20? It's a bit hard to say, but if you go based on legal ages, you would be an adult. So, where are we? Well, we have 3 ways you can classify age. If we are to go based off of the law in most countries, then you are a teenager from 13 to 17 and an adult at 18. If we are to go based off of the suffix theory, then you are a teenager from 13 to 19, you can be in multiple age groups at the same time, and you can call yourself an adult at either 20 or 21. A bit more complicated and nonsensical, but I digress. The final one is fictional. If you are to base your age classifications on fiction, first off, don't. But if you do, try to find one universe to stick to. I will be sticking to legal ages because it's the most easy to understand and isn't full of contradictions, but that's just me.
And that brings us back to the end card. So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on notifications to, get notified whenever I upload. And you can leave a like or a dislike. Just leave your honest feedback. If the comments aren't disabled, you can also leave comments. I'm not going to force your hand. These are all suggestions, but, it would help me out. Yeah, that's the end card. Goodbye.